Cristiano Ronaldo's work ethic is legendary. His relentless pursuit of perfection can be seen in his rigorous training regime, and his commitment to maintaining peak physical condition is unparalleled to any other athlete in the world, even at the age of 39. All-time top scorer in the history of football, the only footballer in history to score in 5 different World Cups, and the greatest clutch player to have ever kicked on modern football. And when I say the words greatest of all time, I don't want to demean Messi, Pele or Maradona, or to say that Cristiano is outright the greatest in the pack, but to emphasize on the fact that in my opinion, him being able to operate his mind differently to others is what makes him the greatest of all time. Him being able to deliver at the crucial moments, especially at high-stake matches, is what differentiates him from other greats. Whether it be scoring decisive goals in finals, leading dramatic comebacks, or scoring under immense pressure, Cristiano Ronaldo's track record is not just impeccable, but insurmountable as well. Mr. Champions League and Mr. Knockout are not just nicknames given to him and chanted for the sake of vanity by some pack of gym-going dudes, but rather captivates the essence of his personality, not just on but off the field as well. Ronaldo's mindset is so strong and self-focused that to weak, self-doubting people, that might seem narcissist in nature, but they cannot be farther from the truth, because that's exactly the hallmark of a champion's mindset and can be seen in greats from other sports like Novak Djokovic and Virat Kohli as well. Because for them, it's not just a personality trait, but a crucial ingredient to success. The greatness of a player cannot just be defined by raw talent and fancy skills on display that might be of eye candy to the casual viewer who changes the channel every 10 minutes. Because if that was the case, then many other players like Robinho and Neymar would be in the GOAT debate, but they are not. Now again, no offense to them, they are fantastic players and greats in their own way, but over here we are talking about arguably the greatest player of all time. And I would just like to take 10 seconds of your time to say that please subscribe to my channel, because nobody is subscribing and I'm constantly trying to make quality videos. Even if you don't like this one, please subscribe, because I'm trying to improve my content day by day. Because if you don't subscribe my channel, then I won't be able to continue to make quality videos like these. So please subscribe. And with this, we move on to the content. Now, it is not to say that Cristiano doesn't possess the talent. In fact, he is the most talented player of our generation, along with Lionel Messi. No doubt about that. Every person has a different definition of talent, and for me, talent is not just about raw fancy skills, but about effectiveness on the pitch as well. But what makes him different from Messi in a certain aspect is his unparalleled mindset. Now, before anybody goes to the comment section to type the hate comment, let me say to you that I am a Messi fan, and for me, Leo is the greatest player of all time, along with Cristiano, and I respect both the GOATs. All I'm trying to say is that Ronaldo's pattern of thinking inside his mind is pure greatness and is different from Messi's. Because in order to deliver, you must first believe that you can achieve it. And a very great example of this is the Real Madrid team in the Champions League in the past few years. On 6th of April 2016, German side Wolfsburg shocked the world by defeating the Los Blancos 2-0 at the Champions League quarterfinals. Now, by today's standards, it might seem like a trivial score to overcome, but remember, this was a time when even breaking the champions' curse was supposedly thought to be impossible, and Real Madrid had never in their history overturned a 2-0 deficit in the Champions League knockout stages. But in 2016, it was more of a mindset problem than a tangible issue, with both players and fans being over or underconfident based on historical trends and stats. But there was one man who was able to think differently, and his pattern of thinking 8 years ago had reflections of what we are able to do today. He went onto the pitch at the Santiago Bernabeu, scored 3 goals and led his team from the front. And it was not just that he had just scored a hat-trick, but rather instilled confidence and composure within his team as well. He scored 2 goals in 2 minutes and did within a matter of 120 seconds what the Los Blancos had never done in the history: overturn a 2-0 deficit at the Champions League knockout stages, destroying all the stats and history merchants. Real Madrid would go on to win the Champions League that season, and not just that season, but the consecutive seasons as well, breaking the so-called champions' curse. But it was this night, this match, that set the tone for what was to come. It was a statement of intent, a declaration that no deficit is too large to be overturned, no history too daunting to be broken when Cristiano Ronaldo is on the pitch. It engraved the fear within the opponents every time Ronaldo stepped onto the pitch in the knockout stages of the Champions League. And to be honest, it worked like a charm, because a major reason for Real Madrid's success is not just tactics and quality, but the fact that they had confidence, and the opponents that faced them in the Champions League already had inferior complexity even before a minute of football was played. And that it's not always about who scores the most beautiful goals or who is the most talented one on the pitch. Not that those things don't matter, those things matter as well, but to emphasize on the fact that who scores the most impactful ones under the immense pressure of knockout games. Because even if a goal is a tap-in, being at the right place at the right time is as crucial as scoring a banger from outside the box. And that is why I said in the beginning that Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest clutch player to have kicked a modern football, and along with Lionel Messi, the greatest player to have ever lived.